Welcome, wrestling fans, to the Cutler Classic from New London. And the Red Raiders, first up is
testing
Lucas Erickson. No, excuse me, this is Jordan Little at 120 pounds. Body locked by his opponent Kyle Conrad of Southern Door, who is a sophomore at 8 and 12. All of a sudden, they just filled the mats and jumped out to start wrestling here for us. Little's in some trouble off this legs ride and gets back stomach down. Trying to get some hand position here and some hand control. My name is Scott Tesh. I'll be giving you play-by-play. Joining me in the broadcast area will be Joyce Bennett, who will keep us all up to date on stats and matches. And joining me is Hall of Fame coaching member, Mr. Louis Barnes. Coach, pretty tough tournament here at New London.
It's better than I think we thought it was going to be. Got some pretty good schools. When you get this many schools, individual tournaments, you're going to, the cream kind of comes to the top. And we're a little short-handed today.
We're down a couple of weight classes.
Yeah, really. Right now with Jordan Little, he's really kind of a backup 113-pounder, wrestling up at 120. And a heavyweight that is not here. And then at 152, I think we're open.
Correct. No entry at 152 as well. So the Red Raiders down some manpower here in what's going to be a tough tournament. There's 42 ranked wrestlers in the state here in all three divisions. And probably the powerhouse team here is Coleman. Cradle now by Conrad as he turns Jordan Little for 3 near fall. And he is up 5-0 at the end of the first period. They got 5 mats on the floor here. 3 of them in the early rounds will be varsity wrestlers, and 2 off to the very left side will be JV matches. So teams brought extra wrestlers along, and they are wrestling some matches on the JV side of things.
Well, it was a good setup for us to start with. I remember when Scott was scheduling last year. This looked like a really good thing, and it probably still is. Eventually, you have to get good competition if you're going to make it through in the postseason, and I suppose that's one of the reasons we're here.
Yeah, it doesn't do you much good when it gets to be crunch time in a tournament series when you've wrestled pretty much a cupcake schedule, and you might have some great records, but the question is, who did you really beat or who did you compete against?
Well, it's like for the rankings, and I guess the rankings are one thing, but they don't get you any. Oh, boy, we got in trouble here. He tried to, he had a little tilt going there, Jordan did, and got hung up underneath. I think that size is definitely a factor here.
Little fighting to get stomach down, which he was able to do, but 3 near fall and a reversal scored by Conrad from Southern Door. And he's turning Little one more time. 52 seconds left in the second period. Conrad doesn't need that much as he just pinned Jordan Little in 3:12.
Now, the one good thing about that, Scott, is Jordan Little can come out the backside and get at least one more match.
You can wrestle back to 3rd place in this tournament after you've got dumped out of the championship side, so there are points to be scored for your team.
We're going to be here a long day.
Next up for the Red Raiders is Ryan Searing against Oshkosh North. London Brown, who's a sophomore, he's 1 and 2, and we're going to stay right here on the same mat.
So we got like a 3rd seed here, and we should be okay in this match. His opponent, London Brown, here is 1 and 2. And the truth is, Ryan Searing actually has been wrestling pretty good lately.
Searing with a reshot in, lifts to a double, takes him down the edge of the mat, fires a half. Right there off the mat.
And these are the kind of matches on these longer tournaments. If you can be overmatched and you get a guy that you can put away, the sooner the better. Because it's going to be a long day, a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, you're looking to save a little gas in your tank, and you're looking to not let a guy that you should be better than and you should beat kind of hang around and for the possibility of mistake, and he could catch you.
That would be the plan. But Ryan has wrestled better. Early in the season, he had some injury. He had asthma. And I don't think it was very good mentally for him. But it seems like he's starting to get back on track here.
Searing leading 2-1 as they're both on their feet. Shoots in again, steps through to trip. Just out of bounds. Matt would have been about a foot bigger. He would have had a takedown.
Well, and I really thought he had that other foot down, but I suppose that ref has got a better view of it than I do. I don't have to agree with him.
Well, he's not wearing glasses. You and I are.
There you go. Maybe he should be. Come on, right, here it comes. Here it comes. And if it's a typical invitational tournament, there'll be a lot of pins the first round because there should be mismatches. If the seeding was somewhere right, it means you should have a high seed against a low seed. That's a nice shot.
Yeah, he was in there deep on both legs. Got his hips under him lifted.
Yeah, he does that pretty well.
And they work off the mat with 2 seconds left. Score is wrong. It should be 4-1 in favor of Searing.
If you're looking at the right scoreboard.
That is the right scoreboard. Now they're correcting the score.
We've been in some of these bigger tournaments this year where we they put us up in a booth, which is nice, except you can't see the scoreboards because the scoreboards are in the corner of the gyms. In this case here, we got five mats going on. That's a pretty nice scoreboard they got over there now.
Flipping of this comes up red. That's Searing's choice. He defers. And London Brown will take the down position. They're going to cut him loose, put him on his feet, give him the 1 point free ride. It's 4-2 now. Another shot in by Searing, step through at a trip. Getting countered right now. Didn't quite get deep enough that time.
Didn't get deep enough and shooting doubles going straight at him here.
Nice drag off that counter. They're out of bounds, but no control, says the official. And as we got a little bit of time, we got to thank some of the extra wrestlers that the Red Raiders brought along here for giving up some of their time and doing the camera work for us today. We very, very much appreciate that. Edge of the circle here. How can he get this takedown back inbounds? Now he got him circled in.
Boy, he's been in on him about 3 times now.
Dump. Nice
takedown. Dump, yeah, it was.
Minute 5 left, 6-2 Searing. The Red Raiders' first 2 weight classes, Preston Spray at 106 had a bye, and did Lucas Erickson at 113. He also had a bye. Cale Bennett's got a bye at 126 in his first round matchup. We're going to see a few more byes now. 138 Zach Hamill, at 145 Weiler Lubeck. Again, no entry at 152 for the Red Raiders. Roger Fuller got a bye in the first round at 160, as did Isaac Diaz at 170. and Peter Rucker at 182. And again, the Red Raiders no entry at heavyweight today. It's that time of the year, Coach, when you got a lot of sickness going around, and in a sport like this, it's constant body contact. So cooped up in a wrestling room and in the classrooms and stuff, it's easy to pass the flu bug around.
Yeah, it seems like it. Actually, I think we did enter Josh Hansen at heavyweight.
Nice shot in again by Searing. He leads 8-3 now with 22 seconds left, second period.
It's a pretty big facility over here. I haven't been over in New London gym for a lot of years, and I don't know if I was ever in this one. But there's it's a pretty big building. Got nice mats, pretty well organized. It looks like. And
we had quite a workout walking around the whole basic school to get here from down below.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping I got a GPS so I could find my way back out of here.
Searing's choice at the end of the second period. He's going down, and he leads 8-3. Teams in the tournament are Appleton East, Coleman, De Pere, Dodgeland, Menasha, Oshkosh North, New London, Princeton, Pulaski, Ripon, Southern Door, Sturgeon Bay, Wabena, Leona, Wapaka, Waiawega, Fremont, and the Lincoln High School Red Raiders.
And it looks like Pulaski won this tournament last year by the program that we have.
They're the 8th ranked team in Division I right now. Red Raiders ranked 6th. Searing to his feet, trying to hit a switch on the way down to the mat. Does that, got the reversal, 10-3 right now.
Get this over, Ryan. He's got a decent bar set up here now.
Plenty of time, minute and a half left. Make sure it's right when you take him over and settle him on his shoulders. Wrist pinned across the back. Half on this near side. $50 seconds left. Searing's having a tough time getting near fall points here.
Coaches want to cut him loose and try and get another takedown. Bonus points aren't quite as important in tournaments like this as they are in dual meets, but
nice dump. Now he's got near fall. Can he stick him? No, couldn't catch an arm.
Can't hold him at all. But every pin is worth 2 points, whether it's the first round or the last round.
And those are bonus points. Now he's up to a major with 15 seconds left. He leads 14-4. So he'll get that half team point extra bonus, plus the 2 points he gets for advancing.
We're down to 9 seconds here in the first period with Ryan Searing with a 14-4 lead.
Good ankle pick to stop the first move of London Brown, and there is the match. Searing 14-4, a victor in his first round matchup at 132 pounds. Again, buys coming up now are Zach Hamill, Weiler Lubeck. No entry at 152. Roger Fuller at 60. Isaac Diaz at 70. Peter Rucker at 82. And that's what we have so far. So we'll have a little break and we'll be back with more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling on River City's Community Media. And we're back now into round number 2 of the Cutler Classic. This is Jordan Little at 120 pounds.
It's actually Lucas Erickson.
Lucas Erickson at 113 against Keegan Morian out of New London, freshman 8-6. You'll see Preston Spray here shortly, and Jordan Little to follow. The Red Raiders up at the top end of the lineup at 220 pounds have Josh Hansen in today, and he has a first-round bye. And at 195, Lane Collada has a first-round bye, as does Peter Rucker at 182. So now you're updated on the upper end of the Red Raider lineup.
Lucas has somebody he can wrestle with here. New London boys 8-6, freshman, and obviously going to be a little bigger, but.
And we got a stalemate. We'll keep you updated on the Spray match as it goes along. We'll stay on the Little match here for you, since that started first. Hopefully Jordan can get a pin here and we can get both matches in. Shot in by Morian. Erickson with a counter, and he gets a takedown. He leads 2-0. Preston Spray is going to take on Jacob Medina of Oshkosh North, a freshman at 4-3. Erickson with a legs right in, but not hooked inside the leg. He's inside the body on that legs right, and he's up pretty high. Spray leads with a takedown, 2-0. Legs right in by Erickson, warning stalling on his opponent Morian out of New London.
And Preston Spray scored another takedown over here, so he's got 2 takedowns. And he's a second seed.
Warning stalling, the referee said on Erickson, just not getting off to the side, running a pitting combination. Fresh restart back in the center. And the clock got stopped for some reason. And Spray still leads 4-1. Now we're getting that scoring and the period ends. And Erickson's choice, he defers. His opponent Morian from New London chooses a down position. Spray with a pin in the first period, making quick work of his opponent, Jacob Medina. So he advances in the championship side. Good work by the Red Raiders Spray. Erickson leading with a 2-0 score, starting the second period on top, the riding position. Cradle now by Erickson. But he broke the grip on that. Steps in with a left side legs ride. Erickson now at a power half. Loses the half. Warning, stalling the second time on Morian of New London. That's a point for Little. He's now up 3-0 with 35 seconds left, second period. He looks just a little bit too fast right now, going from one pinning combination to the other.
He's always been like that, but he's wrestling pretty darn well, and he's got a match he can advance here. That's pretty good for a kid that's been plugged into the lineup in the last day.
Another warning on Morian.
Boy, this ref's got the quick draw, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Another point for Erickson. It's 4-0.
And I don't know what the poor guy's supposed to do.
Getting worked on.
Had his arm worked over the whole time. Sometimes there has to be a little bit of common sense involved in that stalling. And I realize we have to call it. That's a nice little short sit there.
Trapped the leg, into a little fireman's. Now, can he pop himself out here?
He might be able to get a fall out of this.
If he can just snatch that head, he'd be in pretty good position here. Now he's got it. Got the reversal, 6-0. Erickson now with a bar on the left side and a wrist. Yeah, he goes from one pinning combination to the next, to the next, to the next. He doesn't really take enough time to settle in on one and make it work. But he is putting a beat down on the New London wrestler.
He's wrestling really aggressive.
.45 seconds left, third period, 6-0, Erickson. He's trying to pull that arm under by at the elbow and get a turn. Now can he get a turn? Now we got near fall coming. That'll put it to a major if he don't pin him here.
At 10 seconds left. Oh, he lost
the arm. 3 near fall, 9-0 Erickson, and that's the end of the match. Good work by Lucas Erickson.
Yeah, that's nice. Like I say, get thrown into the lineup the day before, 2 days before, and it looks like his draw was pretty good, but we advanced and we're moved out on the championship side here.
No other Red Raiders on the mat at this time, so we'll take a quick break. We'll bring you more of the Cutler Classic when we return. All right, you hit the record whenever you're ready. Back on the mat now at 126 pounds, Cale Bennett against the sophomore out of De Pere, Stanley Voss. Voss is 8-4. Cale had a first round bye in his bracket, so this is the first time he was on the wrestling mat. Bennett's trying to look for a drag here. Now comes up to an elbow tie. Reaches in, trying to get to the leg.
Pretty sluggish here. Cale is 24-4. He is the 4th seed, and if he could win this, he's going to get a undefeated top seed. It's 26-0. There, nice takedown.
And this is the mat that the clock is on the scorer's table and it faces away from us, so we do not have any idea what the time is. He'll try to keep up with the score for you. Bennett's going to get some near fall on that tip. Now fires a bar with wrist control as well.
Well, he's got 3 sitting there from the ref, so actually it's 5-0. But you're right, we don't. The planning for the score clock didn't include us.
Now Bennett's again with a bar and a half. pulls the bar out, gets wrist control. Gonna turn that half. Can he stack him up? Don't lose that arm, Cale. You got the pin anyway. First period fall for Cale Bennett over Stanley Voss out of De Pere. Good start for the Red Raider Bennetts at 126 pounds. Next up would be probably Ryan Searing or Zach Hamill. Searing is going to get Lucas Garretts out of New London. Hamill's going to get Mason Clone out of New London as well. We'll bring you those matches when we return to the Cutler Classic. And we're back now at Ryan Searing's 132-pound matchup against Lucas Garretts out of New London. Garrett's a sophomore, 20-4. So things are starting to pick up with intensity here, Coach.
Well, there won't be many highs now. That first round there
Searing, can he get there? Nope, ran out of wrestling mat. Had a leg elevated. And he gets backed right off the mat. Got a minute left, first period. I don't know. That's not that one. Or I'm sure we would have got one by now. And he's having a conversation with both of them, trying to keep them to wrestle inside the mat. And Garrett's with a shot in, got the leg elevated of Searing. Searing's got to counter this hard, get that leg back down, get that hip away.
That was a good time to get off the mat.
Yeah, you can see with Ryan, sometimes he gets backed up and pushed around a little bit, and the appearance is he's not doing anything. You know, in the appearance to the referee,
well,
whether
a good setup is to back away so you can get that shot, but his shots are on the edge of the bat so much of the time. Just those matches this morning already, been a fair amount of out-of-bounds calls.
End of one period, no score. And Garretts takes the down position. Searing will have to try to ride and turn. Now Garrett's to its feet. Ryan got to get him to the mat, and he can't do that. Garretts takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, not being very aggressive. And he should have got called for stalling. I know he doesn't agree with that, but when you're backing out, and see now he got in there pretty good. Turn the corner now. Come on, buddy. Hope he can finish this.
Now he's got that leg tucked under, laced up here, and he's got popped his head out. Now work up the body a little bit.
Yeah,
don't stop here, Ryan.
Yeah, we don't want to stalemate this. Not here. Come on, get that arm through. Well, we're in such good shape. Look at that. Wasted that. That should have never been a stalemate.
And again, the appearance of Ryan stopping the motion to try to get a takedown probably caused that stalemate call.
Probably, yeah. But now he is on the edge of the mat here, countering again.
Get your head up, Ryan.
But we're off the mat a lot.
Still 1-0. Garrett's with a lead on the 1-point escape. Searing will have his choice in the third.
Come on, work the middle of that mat, Ryan. Here we are again. It's pretty hard to score out here.
Yeah, it is. You run out of room in a hurry. .22 seconds left, second period. Plenty of time for Searing to get a takedown. Shot from too far out, and they go off the mat. Ten seconds remaining. Good shot, but out of time. Searing's going down, trailing 1-0.
This is a very winnable match.
Caution, improper hand position on the elbow. Was up above the elbow to start with and then pulled it off before the referee blew the whistle. First caution. Searing fighting his way to stay in a base here. Now gets turned stomach down. Off the mat they work.
Yeah, it's too much emphasis on getting to the edge. Now, in that case, it was probably a good thing, but got to wrestle in that circle, that little circle. Use your hands, buddy. Makes for long matches, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Blood time on Garrett's from New London. Yeah, by the time Searing got up to his feet, then he was all the way on the edge of the mat, and then no room to work to get the escape, and it was easy for his opponent once the flurry started to take him out of bounds.
Well, both ways. When you're shooting at the edge of the mat, it's hard to finish. So.
Zach Hamill getting called to a mat against Mason Clohan of New London, who is a sophomore at 16-8. Now Garrett's all cleaned up and ready to go.
Got a minute 22 here, and Searing's leading or behind 1-0, and has come close to scoring many times, but close don't get on the scoreboard.
Second caution.
We almost got to hope that we can get another caution point here,
nice.
Or a point. Come on, use your hands now, Ryan. Fight in, fight in, fight in, fight in.
Locked hands will get a penalty, now score. Now we're tied at 1.
Now we got to fight in because he's going to come to his feet again. He's going to fight in. Minute 13.
Technical violation, 1 point. Searing forcing off the mat.
You got two guys here that don't want to stay on the mat.
Hard switch attempt. Now Searing leads 2-1.
Keep going, Ryan. Keep going. That a boy. That a boy.
There was good work.
Nice. Now we got a 4-1 lead. Now we can wrestle. Stay aggressive now, Ryan. Don't push him off. Don't let him off, buddy.
Switch and a re-switch. We're on the circle again. Oh, and he cuts him loose at the edge of the mat. Point you never want to give up.
Yeah.
Now it's within a takedown at 4-2 with 38 seconds remaining. Oh, a little around the corner the opposite way into a single is Searing. Dump. Sets him on the seat of his step in. Now can he score this? Now we're in a stretched out scramble here. 15 seconds remaining.
Come on, stalemate this thing, yeah. We got lucky. 13 seconds.
End of the match 4-2. Searing comes from behind to get a win at 132 pounds.
Well, a win is a win, I guess.
In the championship side, that helps for the Red Raiders. Zach Hamill's been called to a mat. He'll be up here shortly. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling. And Zach Hamill at 138, first time on the mat for this wrestler. Had a bye of the first round. Now he's got New London sophomore Mason Clowen, who's 16-8. So first time on the mat for Hamill. Tournament's starting to really toughen up with these next round matches, and some of these matches as well. The records get better, competition gets better. Top seeds meet top seeds, and so this is really going to get tough coming up. Hamill on the mat against Clowen from New London.
Hamill's a third seed with a 23-7 record, so he should be favored here. That doesn't mean it's going to happen, but if we're going to score points in this tournament, he's one of the guys that has to do it for us. One thing about Hamill, he is a pinner. Half his wins have been pins.
And he's probably not going to be the less aggressive of the two on the mat most times. He's going to go out there and hunt this pretty hard. Hard snap down by Hamill. Front headlock. Almost got to a 2%, but backed out of that. There's a toss here, right to the back. Hamill's got a takedown. Headlock and an arm bar, and near fall coming. Hamill's going to go across the opposite side of the body. This is really going to get tight here. Hamill had him settled in there for just a tick of a second. Now a little reposition. Here's the pin. As soon as Hamill arched his back and picked his head up, that sunk the shoulder down of Cologne. First period pin for the Red Raider.
So that moves Hamill into the quarterfinals. Quarters, yeah.
No other Red Raiders sitting here on the mat ready to go as we speak. So we will take a quick break and we'll be back with more of the Cutler Classic. Weiler Lubeck at 145 pounds, getting ready to step on the mat against Wyowega Fremont senior Ian Marker. 18-8 is Marker's record. Lubeck, the first match he has wrestled today, he had a first round bye. So this will be his first takedown in about 3 seconds. Lubeck with an arm baseballed across the back. Reaching through, locking up the farmer. Comes around the opposite side, walks that over. Got that arm hung up underneath. And got no near fall. 2-0 Lubeck. Going to cut him loose, put him on his feet. And the referee didn't see Weiler's signal to stand him up. Short drag and a spin. Had both arms tied up, now fires a half, taking his time, walking this over. Referee not counting near fall, and I'm not sure why not yet. Now he's counting near fall. Yeah. You got 35 seconds left. His opponent is fighting this awful hard here.
And the two top seeds are both getting falls here. Baldwin from Coleman's getting a pin out here, and odds are that's who Weiler's going to be wrestling.
And Baldwin just did get his pin from Coleman. And Lubeck goes to the second period, leading 7-1. Flipping of this comes up red. That's Lubeck. He defers. And Ian Marker will choose the top riding position. Well, he got worked over on the bottom. He got taken down a couple times. I suppose that's the only thing he hasn't seen yet.
No easy way.
And no success from the top. Lubeck stands right up. Easily gets the 1 point.
8-1.
8-1. Now 10-1 on a takedown. Drives that wrist under. You can see with his hips and his thighs, he's keeping that left arm pinned up against and across the back. Trying to lock up that farmer again, just changes that to a half. Got a lot of time. Minute 5. Now we're getting near fall. Well, Marker's fighting this pin off pretty hard. Both
really.
So
He's been in his back quite a bit.
He's getting her settled in here as Weiler, though. Getting a little closer as time goes on. There's the pin. In 3:33 for Weiler Lubeck. Probably a matter of time, but Marker was putting up quite a fight there for the first 2 minutes.
Long time, yeah. He was pretty gritty.
Again, no entry for the Red Raiders at 152 today. Next up will be Roger Fuller against Daniel Fernandez of De Pere. Isaac Diaz at 170 will take on Jeremiah Chmielewski, I do believe. Oshkosh North, and Peter Rucker gets Tyler Wetzel. We'll be back with more Red Raider Wrestling. And we're back at the 160-pound weight class. Roger Fuller, his first match of the day on the mat. He got a first-round bye in his first match of the tournament. Now this is Daniel Fernandez out of De Pere, a 17-11 sophomore.
And as usual, we have nothing for a while, and now we're going to have two guys.
Yeah.
Because Isaac Diaz is going to be coming up here too.
Jeremiah Schmielewski from Oshkosh North, an 8 and 12 freshman in his first round matchup. He had a his second round matchup. He had a first round bye as well. Fuller on the mat. Another guy you're looking to score points for the Red Raiders that advance a ways in this tournament. And as we were just talking off camera here, Coach, you're watching the Coleman guys wrestle, and they're pinning everybody they wrestle. So they're racking up extra team points right and left.
Yeah, well, they're got a lot of good seeds, and that means you're going to get good draws the first round. And if you got a good record, you probably deserve that.
Fuller with a shot in on a counter now by Fernandez. Fuller able to catch that leg on the way by. Now he's getting flattened out, builds back to his knees.
Pretty stretched out.
And we stop it for blood on Fuller. We'll swing you right down here to the Diaz match right below us here. Isaac Diaz had a first round bye as well. He's got Jeremiah Schmielewski here, however you say that, from Oshkosh North on his back. Diaz looking to get a pin here, and that's another Red Raider you're hoping that goes quite a ways in this tournament. Diaz out of the lineup the other night against Merrill. And again, we had mentioned the flu bug going around quite heavily in a lot of these schools. Diaz got a half. This is mat number 3, and it's the mat we cannot see the clock on. And Schmielewski able to get his arm through and turn stomach down. Now Diaz cuts him loose. So it should be 5-1 Diaz. Fuller match still getting cleaned up over there, so we'll stay with the Diaz match here. Diaz in with a double leg shot, lifts, gets the takedown, should be up 7-1 right now. And they're wrestling close to the edge of the circle, short time at the end of the first period. And there is the end of the first period. Should be 7-1 Diaz. Fuller's still on his feet here, and an update on his match, 0-0.
Pretty uneventful match here with Roger Fuller. Score still 0-0 and 15 seconds left in this first period. But being real sluggish here. Like maybe that's the first match syndrome, I don't know.
Diaz puts Schmielewski back on his feet, so it's now 7-1. Diaz in with that double lift, drives through, catches him to his back. Got a takedown and looking for near fall. 2-2, so it's 11-1 as best as we can tell. Diaz. (0-0) starting the second period for Fuller. He is in the down position. And a 1-point escape for Schmielewski. 11-2. Diaz.
Well, Roger Fuller picked up a penalty point here. Something illegal that his opponent did. So he actually leads 1-0.
Good penalty point to pick up when you're on the bottom.
Well, it is, yeah, and he's not wrestling real aggressive here. Come on, Roger.
Diaz still on his feet here at 170 pounds. 11-2 is the score right now.
And Fuller gets an escape over here on this other match, so he's leading 2-0 with 55 seconds left to go.
End of the second period coming here for Diaz, up 11-2. And there is the end of the 2 periods. Diaz will have his choice. He's going to go both on their feet.
Fuller probably wrestled this boy before. It's the De Pere guy who we met up in Marinette in a duel.
Diaz in that double, but backed out. Diaz got a good double when he shoots that boy. He penetrates deep. Warning,
that's
stalling.
his move.
Stalling against Oshkosh North. He's trying an arm drag, and Diaz just ran him over. Should be 13-2 right now, I would guess.
Fuller's opponent just got an escape, so they're in neutral position with the Fuller leading 2-1. Fuller's extra point come on a penalty point, so now we got to stay aggressive here. Can't take your foot off the gas with a 2-1 match.
1 point escape, Schmalewski. He comes in, reaching in with his hands, got tossed to his back by Diaz. Got 3 near falls sitting here. Let's put his other shoulder down here, Isaac. Got to get off your knee here, Isaac. Get some, there you go. That's a little better position. Get your arm out from under your shoulder. Diaz looking to pin here in the 3rd period. Don't let that arm out. Sinking that shoulder down. The ref's trying to get an advantage. Couldn't see. Missed the extra team point. End of the match. Diaz with a win by a major decision. Won by a tech fall, excuse me.
And Roger Fuller got taken down, so he's trailing. He's trailing 3-2 with about 20 seconds left, and he gets an escape. So we're in a 3-3 match with Fuller and Fernandez from De Pere. Attaboy, Roger. We might score this here on the edge of the mat.
2, take down Fuller at the buzzer.
With right on the buzzer. Wow. Guess we'll take it.
Fuller with a 5-3 win in a hard-fought match over Daniel Fernandez out of De Pere. Next up, Peter Rucker right down below us again at 195. Again, he had a first-round bye. He's in a tough weight class. He gets a Waiawega Fremont Senior. 25-3 is his record. Tyler Wetzel. And Wetzel ranked 6th at 182. Rucker ranked 10th. Rucker's got to fight this takedown attempt off here. Working on hands, trying to turn, switch on the way down to the mat.
Oh boy, Peter. This is a tough weight class. Whoa, didn't quite finish this off.
Rucker fights his hips out. Rucker's got Wetzel flattened out on his stomach now, picking an ankle, trying to clear his leg. Stalemate. Rucker battled the flu a little bit earlier in this week, and hopefully he's getting past that now. Shot in again by Wetzel, got to the leg, but Rucker countered him.
Two pretty good records here. Wetzel is 24-3, senior, and Peter is 25-3, ninth grader. So, record-wise, kind of a toss-up.
Double overhooks by Wetzel.
Stay in here, Peter.
Back trip with a toss, rolled through by Wetzel, and they're off the mat, no control.
Boy, he had a body lock on him. Didn't get real big, and almost a good thing we got off the mat there, I think.
So, Enzel's able to throw and capable of it. Now he's got a single trying to dump Rucker. Trying to drive through, gets a takedown, end of the first period. Now he's looking to get a near fall, and he's got a couple. Man, that ref's counting in a hurry. He's down 4-0.
That was a nice takedown.
Wetzel's choice, he defers. Rucker's going on his feet.
Those Wild Wiki uniforms look like our tournament uniforms. Yeah. Black with a W on the side.
Rucker overhook on that head. Trying to force down, control that elbow. Trying to drag out of it, a nice reshot on a barrel roll.
This kid's pretty good. Stretch him out, Peter. Come on, buddy. Get your points first, Peter.
Do take down Rucker.
Atta boy.
Oh, he got the head in his side, scooping the leg towards the head. And a near side cradle. Take your time here, because these points can tie it up. So take your time.
Walking right over his head, Peter. Walking right over his head, Peter. Now, I'm not sure if that was potentially dangerous. All he had to do was go over.
Yeah. First time I'd seen that cradle called for potentially dangerous that I can remember. So it's 4-2, Rucker trails. Picking at near side ankle. Locking up a cradle again is Rucker.
It's a high cradle. It's a terrible cradle.
And now he's in danger of losing control here.
That freshman aggressiveness, over-aggressiveness. Wow.
Lost the grip and got reversed again at the end of the period.
That's too bad. He was wrestling really pretty conservative and well, and then trying to get too high with that cradle.
Lane Collada comes out on the mat at 195. He had a first round bye. This is Princeton's senior, Owen Aplung. 11-7 is his record. We'll stay with the Rucker match here until that's completed. Collada had a first round bye, as I had mentioned earlier. Rucker on top now to start the third period, trailing by 4.
Take your time here, Peter. Just break him down. Atta boy.
Can he catch him? Got a headlock.
Oh, come on, ref. Come on. No, settle down, Peter. That wasn't a good call. Yeah, right. He had the elbow, though.
I'm not sure that was an illegal headlock.
That was. Those two calls have cost Peter a lot of points in this match already.
That's another point. Now he's down by 5. He's trying to straighten with a wrist and a bar.
Break him down first, Peter. You can't bar people on the knees. Break him down, Peter.
And he stops it again, potentially dangerous. Rucker's getting frustrated here.
Well, we got
himself.
Peter melts down too. We got to be careful. And I don't blame him for being frustrated.
First period pin for Lane Collada at 195 over Owen Appland of Princeton. It's a good start for Collada.
Get behind Peter. This is too bad because he's been stopped 3 times now.
And Wenzel to his feet now. Rucker's trying to get him back to the mat. Front trip roll by Wenzel, no good.
We got to break him down. He's trying to turn him without getting broken down here. And we don't know what the time is, really.
It's got to be the latter half of the third period. Warning stalling on Wetzel.
This ref has been way too involved in this match.
And Wetzel drags the arm underneath, pulls it down. He'll just hang here. And Rucker goes down. It's about 7-2 roughly. We'll get an updated score. And Wetzel able to hang on. Lost 7-2.
Frustrating match.
Yeah, it was.
Pretty good opponent, I think, but 3 times it was stopped for potentially dangerous.
And when near fall points were probably going to get scored, so
yeah, both
big turnaround in points.
Yeah.
The 220-pounder Josh Hansen had a first-round bye. He is yet to come to the mat, and he will take on Coleman's Spencer Carbon, a 12-8 sophomore. No entry for the Red Raiders at 285. So we'll be back with more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling. 220-pound matchup here. Spencer Carbon of Coleman, who is a sophomore at 12-8, is taking on your Red Raider, Josh Hansen, who's in the lineup today at 220 pounds. Hansen had a first-round bye, and this is his first match on the mat. And his luck, I guess, he draws a Coleman wrestler right off the bat. Carbon with an underhook, Wade and Hansen around the mat here.
Stay in here, Josh. Don't let him get all this inside position on you. Josh is going to be okay someday. He's pretty young yet. He's a freshman. Kind of got tossed into the fire here. But you can't let people get underhooks on you like that. He's out of position right from the word go. And he knows better than that.
And he's allowing that to happen. There is no fight back.
You got to battle inside.
And the refs had a couple conversations about staying inside the circle, so somebody's going to get nailed for stalling. Little slide by here. Hansen's outside the circle again.
Probably going to be us.
I would think
Come on, get those elbows in. Don't reach up there.
Hansen gets taken down off that single leg, and they're out of bounds. Yeah, you can just visually see body language there, you know. The Coleman kid's out there to be the aggressor, to push the match the way he wants it. And unfortunately for young Josh, he's there just taking it and letting him do that. Josh with a little knee slide up to a high base. Back again to a high base. Now he's got to build that base back up again.
Come on, build a base here, buddy.
Short time in the first period.
I think he's going to be okay. His demeanor is so docile and quiet, but you got to be able to change when you get on the wrestling mat.
Two near fall carbon.
Come on, Josh.
Coleman's choice. He's going down. Yeah, there has to be a switch that you have to be able to flip somewhere in your personality and your makeup that says, I got to get rid of that personality and I got to have a little anger, a little fire, a little intensity.
You can be good and still be good.
That's right. 1 point escape, Carbon. He leads 5-0 now.
Boy, nice slide by though.
And the takedown now at 7-0. And again, Hanson, the young freshman, getting thrown into the varsity lineup. Today to at least fill one spot. The Red Raiders down 2 weight classes at heavyweight and at 152.
He's been a club wrestler for a lot of years, and he's never been able to have a lot of success because his drill partner was always Peter Rucker. Peter would work him over all the time, and just the last year or so he started to kind of come onto his own a little bit. But like I say, his demeanor is so quiet. Now he ran right over and put to his back. This match is over.
Yeah, this is it here in 3:27. .327 on the ping time for Spencer Carbon of Coleman. And that ends the second round of wrestling for the Red Raiders. Third round will start here shortly. We'll take a break and we'll bring you more of the Cutler Classic right here on River City's Community Media. Back now at round number 3 of the Cutler Classic. Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling, 106-pound Preston Spray. He is ranked 11th. He's a freshman at 106 pounds, Division I. He's taking on De Peers, freshman, 27-3 is his record. Shane Corrigan. Corrigan ranked 12th at 106 in Division I. So a good, tough matchup to start this round of wrestling. Spray in on a near side single.
I think they met up in Marinette, huh?
That I don't know.
It's going to get a little sticky now. We get into the semis here, or the quarterfinals. Get into the really tough matches. Whoa, stay high.
And they're off the mat in a wild scramble, no points.
And we're not favored maybe in too many matches. I don't know if we're favored here, but we should win it. We're planning on winning it.
Last scoring update we have, which was 3/4 of the way through the last round. Coleman in the lead, 108. Wisconsin Rapids in second with 100. De Pere in third, 77. Pulaski, 70.5. And Wyowega Fremont, 70.
But this is quite a scramble down here with Preston. Corrigan's pretty good.
Gotta keep that whizzer in here. Nothing yet. Staying with a whizzer.
Wow, stay there. Stay tight. Stay tight.
Nothing yet. Nothing yet. They're out of bounds now.
Don't quit here. Don't quit here. He's got both legs on us.
Off the mat.
Boy, we were fortunate to get out of bounds.
He kept the whizzer in, and that's what saved the takedown call.
So we got a Corrigan with a 26-3 record, a little ninth grader, and Preston is a ninth grader with 26-2. So we're talking about pretty high quality, high level wrestlers here. But I can't remember. We wrestled De Pere only a couple weeks ago in a dual meet up in Marinette. So my guess is they probably met.
End of one period, no score.
Two pretty talented little freshmen here. And they're seated second and third. So Preston Spray is on top. And he's going to try and ride. And this probably, he's really tough on top, I say that. Wow. Corrigan hit him with a pretty hard switch here out of a scramble. And now we're just kind of hanging on, trying to stalemate this thing. Now he's got the leg bite on here. Boy, he hips over there pretty well.
He likes to hip in pretty hard.
Wow, he's got his leg trapped. Come on, scoot up, Preston. Atta boy. Scoot up here, buddy. Boy, this is a scramble. Now, Preston's pretty tough from here. He's got a leg ride in, and he's high. He's high on the leg here.
What time on
Somebody's
Corrigan?
got a nosebleed.
Scramble wrestling at its finest here in the first full period, and then there in that period, first minute and 3 seconds here.
There was a lot of scrambles there. This is a close match. It's not going to be easy.
Did Corrigan take down, Coach? I didn't look, or did Preston?
I don't know. We were on top. We're in the top position. I don't know who had deferred.
Yeah, Spray had a first round bye. Then he got a pin over Jacob Medina out of Oshkosh North in his second round match. And this is the third round here. This is the semifinals. And again, this tournament will really get tough for the Red Raiders. Again, they're down 2 weight classes. No 152-pounder, no 285-pounder. And we do get matched up against Coleman a couple times here, as Lucas Erickson will get Colton Grisbowski out of Coleman, who's only got 1 loss and 24 wins at 113 pounds. Switch attempt again.
Boy.
And the ref called that potentially dangerous, and Spray grabbed his own foot there and pulled it up.
I don't know how he gets hit with this little switch action all the time. That's happened 3 times now. Like, this is the best place for us to be right here. This guy switches back in here really hard. Wow.
Gotta dig that leg in, Preston. Don't give it up now. Oh, he's got to give up the reversal. 20 seconds left. 2-0 Corrigan.
He kept hitting him with that little switch here. Happened to several times. And he'd put us on our hip. Come on. Oh.
End of 2 periods. Spray trails 2-0. Spray's choice. He's going down.
Coleman did lose the match over here on the other side.
Caution. Spray jumping to start. Spray now to his feet. Gets the hand separates. Got the escape. Trails 2-1. 1:45 left.
That was pretty good. Now we got to somehow work into a takedown. 2-1 Corrigan over Spray. Second and third seeded kids in the tournament.
And Lucas Erickson comes out on the mat against Colton Grzybowski out of Coleman. And Grzybowski gets takedown and then cuts
That's a tough draw.
Erickson loose and takes him down again. Spray with a little slide by, missed it, but Corrigan in on a single.
Corrigan really counters. Well, I thought that was a decent slide by, but they got nothing out of it.
And we got blood time on Corrigan again. Little mat cleanup to go. That's Corrigan, a pretty hard little freshman there, isn't he?
Counters really well.
Erickson ended up getting pinned in his match against Colton Grabowski.
Grabowski was the top seed there.
45 seconds left. Sprayed down by 1. He's got to score a takedown here.
Corrigan controlling the tie on him here.
Stalling Corrigan. Corrigan with a shot, got to the leg. Whizzer by Spray, 15 seconds left. Cut back by Spray.
Get up here. Get up here. Get up here. Oh, boy.
2-1 Corrigan takes down Preston Spray.
Tough loss.
Tough loss, tough match. A couple of good freshmen going at it.
It really was. Corrigan could get in on his leg all the time. And really, Preston did a nice cutback there. But he couldn't quite get on top.
He got his leg hung a little bit inside there. And that's what cost him that one reversal that he gave up was the big turning point in the match there. And again, Lucas Erickson at 113, lost on a first period pin.
That was our one of our better chances to put somebody in the finals too.
Jordan Little at 120. He's got a couple of buys on the wrestleback side now in a row. Cale Bennett's, the Red Raiders, going to get Clan Fisher out of Wyawega Fremont in that 126-pound match. We'll bring you that when we return to New London in the Cutler Classic. Back now to 126-pound semifinal. Cale Bennett's against Kane Fisher from Wyawega Fremont. He is an undefeated senior at 28-0. He's ranked number 1 in Division III at 126 pounds. Tough matchup for the Red Raider Bennetts.
An opportunity for the Red Raider Bennetts, but that's his weak part. This guy was in on him right now. Come on, Cale, fight this, buddy. Maybe.
Two takedown Fisher.
I guess he had his feet in, huh?
They're going to put him on his feet, give him the free point.
Yeah,
Fisher
yeah.
2-1.
Looks like Fisher's pretty tough on his feet.
Hard snap down around the corner. He's trying to go. Reshot in on a double. Got there. Takedown. Fisher.
There's a few of these weight classes that are really loaded, and this is one of them, of course.
(4-1) Fisher. Minute 5 left, first period.
Oh, it put him right in his face. Battle back here, Kale. Come on, buddy.
Okay, we got to get a hard start. Gain some space here. Fisher with a wrist tied up underneath.
Fisher looks really strong. Folded his head right under there. He's got inside
To a cradle.
kind of a near side cradle. Trouble. Got behind the leg.
And it's on his back, fighting hard not to get pinned.
Oh,
28
he's
seconds left.
big trouble here. Come on, Kale.
Broke the cradle grip. Now he's got a chance.
10
And
seconds.
Stomach down.
We've seen Kale a couple times this year be on his back a bit, but he don't bail. He battles pretty hard. Wow. Back on his back again, into a headlock. Time runs out, fortunately. So the score turns out to be 7-1. Fisher. Pretty dominant wrestler.
Yeah, Kale's choice. He picked top. Probably the last position that that was left that he didn't see, so you got to give that a shot.
He got too
Loose,
high.
Real high, real loose. Gets reversed.
And that's Kale's best position, really.
9-1.
What you said is right. When you've been beat up in 2 of the 3 positions, there aren't many choices left.
Yeah, you got to try the one that either you hadn't seen yet or that might be your best.
Trying to get into a little Granby roll action here. Fisher looks really strong.
Got both wrists tied up of Bennett's. Got him flat now. And now they're going to look to cut him loose. And they do. 30 seconds left, 9-2. Bennett's trails. They're on their feet. Real hard head shuck there, put Bennett's face on the mat. Now just a power half. Flattens him out, gets the takedown.
He's pretty strong. He just quartered Nelson right off to the side there. Now he's back into this near side cradle. This kid's pretty darn good.
Like I said, he's ranked number 1 in Division III. (11-2), end of 2 periods. Bennett's trailed. Fisher's choice. Gonna go on top.
Oh, let's see what he's like on top. Probably looking right at a near side cradle right away.
wrist turned under, and he really gets aggressive getting off to the side.
Yeah, he's a pretty strong guy. Get a base, Cale. Come on, buddy. Get a base, Cale. Come on, buddy. Oh, boy.
Just forced him over with some power. Deep half, arm barred.
That's a deep half, too.
And going over. 1:14 left.
He's got his neck cranked up here pretty good.
Trying to sit back up is Bennett. Fighting hard not to give up a pin.
Come on, Cale. Come on, buddy.
And he fights through to go stomach down. Good work by Bennett not to give up the pin.
Well, he's a grinder. He's gritty. He ain't going to give up, but he's he's getting pounded up here pretty bad.
And a warning stalling call on Bennett for I'm not sure what.
Why would you get a calling stall when you're fighting off your back?
14-2, Fisher leads.
Boy, he's relentless. 15 seconds. Come on, Cale. Hold off here, buddy. Fight this off. Seems like an eternity when you're underneath like that.
Be a technical fall.
17-2. Wow.
Technical fall and 5:56 about.
The only positive thing about that is never gave up.
He fought off a pin. Yep, a couple times.
So we got Ryan Searing gonna come on up here.
Ryan Searing against Caleb Gross out of Coleman. 24-2 senior. So the road don't get any easier for the Red Raiders.
No, the top seeds are the better seeds are real good here.
Gross is the #1 ranked wrestler in Division III at 132.
I did not realize how strong this tournament was going to be. Considering there's a lot of tournaments going on today.
And there's a quick takedown and a cut loose.
Oh,
Searing
just
with a shot,
reached.
and he just got tossed.
Reached too far, though.
Coleman would be a team to reckon with in any division here. It doesn't make a difference if they're 2 or 3 or 1. They're pretty loaded.
Yeah, we say that, but Stoughton and McGuanago are, I think, a different level. I really think so. Although I see Stratford still ranked #1, and this team here probably should be ranked #1. I don't do the rankings. Boy, got taken down again. Let go. They've got quite a few seniors in their lineup. That's, oh boy, walked right into that fireman's.
It is 8-3 with a half a minute left first period. Caleb Gross of Coleman. Armbar on the right side by Gross. Gross now turns Searing back towards the center of the mat. End of the first period ends at 8-3 for Caleb Gross of Coleman. His choice, he takes down, and the referees start.
Pretty physical kid here, Gross.
Yeah, he is. And we made that comment off camera earlier. You look at almost all these Coleman wrestlers, they all look really physical, really
they do.
together kids.
Well, it's a culture up there. Back when I started coaching, Coleman was the team in Wisconsin, even though it was one division. And back in the days, they had a Big Ten champion who ended up going back up there and coaching by the name of Roger Pillith. And I think the genes are pretty strong in that area, and looks like they don't move. Kind of like up at Stratford, they're like that a little bit.
Yeah, small communities, staying around home, staying together. Everybody supports everybody. Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
And you get everybody out for your athletic program. There's probably not hardly any, if any, decent athletes that aren't out for sports in those small.
Oh, I would think you're right, yeah.
It's now 11-3 with a minute left, second period, in favor of Coleman's Caleb Gross.
Our JV kids are doing pretty well over here. We don't have enough resources to broadcast it or watch, but all of our kids are getting matches, and that's kind of one of the reasons I know that they came up here.
Gross with just 2-on-1 wrist control takes Searing back down to the mat after Searing fought to get to his feet. 15 seconds left, second period, still 11-3. And a roll through off a tip. Near fall coming for Gross.
Yeah, Castor, the coach, had told Scott their kids go to 4 different wrestling schools up there, different clubs. I suppose there's enough, I don't know where, Green Bay, I suppose.
$13-3 right now. Start of the third period. Searing trails.
Had a nice move off the bottom there, but never got the ankle free. Come on, Ryan. Oh, boy. Kind of get tossed around here.
And you could see that mentality from the very first whistle. The Coleman guy was out there, super aggressive, pushing, throwing, shooting hard shots.
Like I say, they kind of got it going right now, and they're you get that mentality.
And they step out of bounds. 13-4 with a minute left, third period.
Well, he's shooting from so far off.
.30 seconds remaining.
Get your hands down. Get your hands down here, Ryan.
Seven seconds left, 13-4. And now Searing has some type of an injury.
Like he maybe got the wind knocked out of him, huh?
Maybe.
Come on, stay out there, though. Finish up this match strong.
End of the match, 13-4. Searing goes down to Caleb Gross.
Pretty aggressive guy there.
Yeah, it was.
And the only thing that I can add to that might help is that he was a senior and we're a sophomore.
Next up for the Red Raiders, Zach Hamill, not going to get any easier. Takes on a Coleman wrestler, and Carson Casper. We'll bring you that match when we return on River City's Community Media. Zach Hamill on the mat at 138 pounds. He'll take on a Coleman wrestler, a freshman, 23-7, Carson Casper. Casper ranks 6th at 100. Excuse me, he ranks 3rd at 138 pounds. So another tough matchup for the Red Raiders.
I don't know if they would have met down at the Ed Steck or not. He's pretty big freshman. He's bigger than Zach.
Yeah. So here we go now in this dual meet. Casper just forces his way into a single. Now got the elevated hips on Hamill.
Oh boy.
Comes out the backside. Hamill able to get to his feet, but he's got a cradle locked up on him.
Come on, you're okay yet, Zach. Come on, buddy.
Boy, he's fighting this.
Not now.
Got put on his hip and he's rolling through it. Now he's on his back to take down Casper. And he's got that cradle stacked up hard.
He's got the leg. Oh boy. Oh boy. Come on, Zach. Come on, Zach.
He's got that head stuck tight under there.
Yeah, he's really hung up.
Trying to fight an arm through. There is the pin for Carson Casper.
Casper beat him. Joyce just showed him. Beat him 5-4 down at Ed Steck. Boy, he'd been schooling that cradle pretty well, and he didn't let go of it. Oh.
And Casper come over and shake the hands of the coaching staff. And another Red Raider suffering a tough loss. Weiler Lubeck up next against Logan Heimbirch out of New London, a 19-4 junior. We'll bring you that match when we return to more of the Cutler Classic. .145-pound weight class, Weiler Lubeck against New London's junior, Logan Heimbirch. Heimbirch 19-4, Lubeck in on an instant double leg for a 2-point takedown and a lead. Scoring update, Coleman 177, Pulaski 120.5, De Pere 114, the Red Raiders 100.
That was a pretty tough round for us. Didn't score any points. And we're in a match here. If we wrestle good, we can score some points. And this is a chance of getting into the finals of this tournament.
Oh, Lubeck tossed him to his back. Went for an overhook, hooked that arm, tossed him.
He got that arm through.
Heimbirch got the arm through. 3 near fall. It's now 7-1 Lubeck. He's going to be, hopefully, if he wins this match, he'll be in the finals against Jake Baldwin out of Coleman, who just took apart his opponent. Lubeck, both wrists controlled underneath, 50 seconds left. Lubick trying to pull that wrist out from underneath. And picks an ankle and flattens Heimberch down to the mat. Red Raiders have no entry at 152 today. So looking next would be 160-pounder Roger Fuller against Gunther Heddy out of Princeton, a senior, 21-2. 8 seconds left first period, 7-1 to Lubeck. End of the first period. Good first period start for the Red Raider. Build up a nice lead.
Like I said, this is our best shot, realistic shot of getting into the finals, winning this tournament.
Lubeck with the escape. 8-1 the lead. Lubick just runs over his balance.
That's exactly what happened. He ran him right over. He reacted really well.
It's interesting. Some wrestlers, they can feel the balance point of the other wrestler, and they use that to their ability. Lubeck just could feel that balance, and he ran him right over that point. Wouldn't have been anything that Heimberch could have done any different. He was not going to get out of that. 10-2 now with 52 seconds left. Second period. Pretty takedown and near fall coming. This is the official that really likes to count in a hurry.
We're pretty tight. Oh. As good as he is, he's not a pinner.
$15-2 right now, second period. 15 seconds left. Warning, stalling, New London.
Why?
I don't know. It's an overmatch, you know. So the guy
he's looking back up at the ref saying, well, how would you like to be down here?
What do you want me to do? All he's doing is basically putting a little sand in the wound there. You know?
Yeah. Well, I was overmatched. Is the JV tournament over, I wonder? It almost looks like it.
I don't know if it's over, if they're taking a break. I'm not sure.
We had somebody I know, I think Justin Abramson won 3 matches, didn't he? So that's probably about it for him.
JVs are going to start up again. Lubeck working on that wrist, trying to get it up across the back. Heimberch comes to a base. Minute 25 left, third period. It'd be nice if Lubeck could get him flat on his stomach here and then work that baseball.
Yeah, he's got to break him down. There he goes. I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but it's a busy day of wrestling for all over the state. But our middle school team is over in Kakana today at a dual meet tournament. It's a good dual meet tournament. Excited about going there, and just got a text that we won our first round. I don't know against who, but it's a good day of wrestling for us. A lot of kids wrestling.
Underarm spin attempt by Heimberch, and Lubeck capitalized on that bad attempt. It's now 17-4, 22 seconds left, third period. One takedown for Lubeck, and it's Tech fall. There's a duck to a low single. Got it elevated. Trip takes him down. There's the Tech fall. And 5:50.
Stop the bleeding. It's kind of nice to see. That was the first match we won this round, and
first wrestler in the finals.
Yeah.
Again, Weiler Lubeck, a Tech fall in 5:50 over Logan Heimberch of New London. The next Red Raider will be Roger Fuller against Gunther Heddy of Princeton. Follow that with Isaac Diaz against Ben Strucklow out of Wyowega Fremont. We'll be back with more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling. Roger Fuller on the mat at 160 pounds against Gunther Heddy out of Princeton, who is a senior at 21-2. Heddy in on a single leg, has Fuller on the back side of his hip. Fuller somehow got to get a leg out here, keep locked up on him.
Shit.
Heddy's still working for the takedown, and Fuller is still trying to counter this here. Stalemate. Good call. Good call for Roger Fuller. Stalemate.
Oh, thank you.
Good call for Roger Fuller there with a stalemate. Back on their feet. Snapped down into a front headlock by Heddy. Oh, cradle cross body style there. Fuller got his knee up towards his head. Got taken down, excuse me, and turned. Now readjusting by Heddy. And it's going to be 5-0 here. Fuller's got to fight this pin off to stay in the match.
Yeah, he's been getting beat on the whole match here. Come on, Roger,
Again,
get out of here.
Clock that we cannot see the time on. Referee shaking his head no. You can see Fuller's shoulder up there a little bit. He's fighting this hard. Stay in the match. Short time coming. Fuller able to turn stomach down. They're off the mat. 5-0 the lead for Heddy. Fuller survived that. At least he's able to get to the second period. End of one period. Fuller's choice. He defers. Heddy's choice. He's going down. Again, Heddy is a senior from Princeton. Excuse me. He's 21-2.
Winning or losing, we got to pick up the aggressiveness here a little bit. This whole round, even though we're getting overmatched, it seems like we're in first gear yet.
Yep, we're waiting. We're getting the offense put to us. Fuller now has the right leg of Heddy trapped underneath him, but can he advance with it? Isaac Diaz getting ready to go out on the mat. There he's got the leg right in from the opposite side leg. Fuller still's got the single and a good stalemate call there.
We got to thank Alistair Greening here
Yes, we
He's
do.
standing behind us here running the camera, and I know he'd probably rather be wrestling. He's got a little under the weather, I guess. He didn't wrestle the other night, and hopefully we get him healed up because we need him these next few weeks now, you know. But he's doing a good job on the camera. We'll give you a win for that, okay?
And I echo those thoughts. We thank Alistair for volunteering to do this. Still should be 5.
Come on, Roger.
Might be 5-1 Fuller trails.
Hebe is just heavy on his head. Now he's looking for that underarm stuff. Come on, you got to get on offense, though, Roger.
Both arms tied up by Hetty now. Fuller in on a shot, but gets stretched out a little bit. End of the second period. Fuller's going down to start the third, trailing by what we do think is 5-1. Fuller turned into that cradle again.
He kind of got set up.
Yeah, he did.
A lot of cradles here today.
And 3 more for Hetty. It's probably 8-1. Hetty with wrist control underneath. Now Fuller got that wrist free.
Hello, boy. Come on. Oh, keep your feet moving there, Roger. Come on, buddy. Come on.
Forcing down on the head. Trying to get to that cradle again was Hetty. He just stuffing the head underneath.
Yeah, he's looking for that near side cradle all the time. Scoot, 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 Roger.
Bar on the left side by Hetty on Fuller. Fuller trying to come up off his base now to his feet. Short time. Hetty gives him the 1.
Well, he did get a nice escape there. So I guess that's a moral victory, huh? We got 1.
8-2. Fuller goes down to Gunther Hetty out of Princeton. Next up, Isaac Diaz against Ben Strocklow out of Waiawega Fremont. Follow that with Peter Rucker against Louis Graciolani out of Pulaski. We'll bring you those matches when we return to the Cutler Classic. Isaac Diaz at 170 now against Ben Strocklow out of Waiawega Fremont. Strocklow, a sophomore, 18-8. Diaz, a junior. Diaz won on a technical fall in his second round match. He had a first round bye. So it's another Red Raider looking to get to the finals here. Weiler Lubeck, so far the only Red Raider to advance to that match.
It's been a rough round for us, but we kind of knew that. We were getting a lot of top seeds, and we were probably the underdogs in most every match. I'm not sure how, I shouldn't say this. I thought we were going to be a little closer in some of those matches. That's a nice shot. That a boy. he gets into that double as good as a lot of
he
kids
does.
I've ever seen. He sets that up pretty good.
And again, he brings a little bit different energy. You know, he kind of comes with a little bit more of a wide open, not a receiving mentality, but a delivering mentality. He wants to score the points, get a takedown. Some of our other guys are little slow starters, and the good matches get away from him. 55 seconds, 2-1 Diaz. Slide by, missed by Strilo. Diaz is very good at countering, just watching him wrestle.
He's got pretty good hips, pretty quick hips. Gets them back pretty well. I told him last night at practice, he asked me what I thought. I said, you know what? I think you're semi-tough. I don't know if your mother would like to hear that. He said, what does that mean? I said, you're really tough against the pretty good guys. Against the real good guys, not so much. He understood.
Yet to be proven. Maybe he can take that a step towards that here today.
Maybe. So even here, you're right. He counters pretty well. Pretty good. That guy was in there pretty deep.
Yeah, he was.
And he battled that right off and ended up getting the takedown. And he changes direction real well. He was off to one side, and he come all the way around
He's pretty
the other
quick.
side. Yeah. It's nice having him. I agree with you. I like the enthusiasm, the energy he brings. It'd be nice if we could pass that off a little bit.
Yeah. 4-1 after 2 periods. Diaz, he goes down. Or excuse me, after 1 period, he goes down. And Diaz fires up. Hips are flying. Didn't use his hands.
Pretty hard.
5-1 Diaz.
Now watch, he comes the other way. Oh, both ways.
He gets that underarm hook and tries to toss.
Did he change direction in that?
Yeah. That's fun to watch.
Yeah.
And he doesn't just sprawl his hips back. They snap back hard and snap to different directions. It's not just a motion.
Yeah.
Got some force there.
It's the way it's supposed to be.
7-2, minute left, second period. Diaz. Probably kind of a frustrating guy to wrestle against because he counters everything real well, and then all of a sudden he blasts in on a double and takes you off your feet.
Yeah. Now at some point, we're going to have to learn how to ride a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, that guy isn't getting close to his legs.
And being a lot longer, taller wrestler, you'd think he'd have a pretty good shot at it, but there he counters him, getting a little arm over. 9-2, end of the second period. Diaz goes on their feet.
Oh, surprise.
Oh, excuse me, they changed that choice. It was Stracklow's, and he chose down. Diaz put him on his feet. It's 9-3.
He feels real comfortable in here. Little
arm over again.
throw by,
Gonna cut him loose again, 11-4. There is one more time.
I'm impressed. That's a natural thing, that change of direction he does.
He's trying to get the toss to the back there, and when he realized he wasn't going to quite get that, snap directions the other way, gets a takedown. And now we got some blood cleanup. I'm not sure who it's on.
It must be us because Shane went right out there. But
102 left, 13-4. Diaz with the win. Looks like they're looking at a lip.
Well, if we can continue this match, we're going to be able to put 2 guys into the finals so far.
Yeah, so far.
Which is not as good as we thought, but it's better than a poke in the eye.
Yeah, better than none. When you sit and watch the finals with no Red Raider in it, that's pretty hard. And they got Diaz cleaned back up again now, so he's ready to go.
They're running a nice tournament over here. It's going along pretty smoothly.
Yes,
got a nice facility. We got a pretty nice place up here in the booth. The concessions were good.
Diaz working on a little riding here. 27 seconds left. 13-4.
Well, and maybe that's important too, because that's a part of our plan that we got to get better at. So I don't know if he chose that or if the coaches told him this, but he's the things that being a shorter guy myself, wrestled a lot in college. Riding was always my hard part. He's got really small hands, and that's another thing that's hard. It's hard to get on that wrist and hold it. So, 13. But at this point, he's going to get his hand raised. And way to go, Isaac.
13-4, Isaac Diaz over Ben Straclo of Waiawega Fremont. Major decision. He's in the finals at 170. Next up will be Peter Rucker in a wrestleback match. Follow that with Lane Collada in a semifinals. Tough match against Charlie Hueyman out of De Pere. We'll bring you those matches when we return on River Cities Community Media. Peter Rucker on a mat at 182 against Lucas Gracialny. A long name from Pulaski, 17-7 in the senior. Rucker again, only a freshman for the Red Raiders. This is a wrestleback match. And they work off the mat. Again, this is a mat where we cannot see the clock. End of the first period.
It's a 1 minute first period.
Yeah, in the wrestlebacks, yep.
Microphone back on. Consolation brackets in all tournaments go 1-2-2. So that first period was pretty quick.
Rucker with a
Peter?
lift from the top.
Pretty nice, pretty nice. But don't go over that head till you get control, Peter. That's part of the learning process, too. Gotta do one thing at a time. Dump him. A boy.
A little trip and a lift. Don't cut him loose. Oh,
See, they were out of bounds. 2 feet out of bounds before.
Yeah, edge of the circle again. 1 point lead. And there he
Come on,
calls him out
stay
of
in the
bounds.
match, Peter. Stay in the match.
Rucker trails 1-0.
What is this guy's name again?
It's Grachyalny.
He's from De Pere, though, right?
Right. It's a long one, and there's a lot of letters in it. Russian arm tie by Grachyalny. And they're off as Rucker tries to toss. Again, Grachyalny gets that Russian arm tie.
Oh boy, Peter, just keep your head positioned. You're fine. Not ready for that second shot.
No, he wasn't. Got the handoff, was content with that.
Well, he's a freshman. We got to remember that that's all part of that intensity of staying intense.
Short time, second period.
We think.
End of period number 2. Now it's Rucker's choice. He's going down, trailing 1-0. Rucker fights to his feet, and he gets turned loose, tied at 1.
Now we got to stay focused. We can't have any flat spots here.
I'm not sure what we got, a headbutt or what.
Got hit in the noggin, it looks like. We got Lane Collada coming on here, too.
Collada at 195 against Charlie Hueyman at a De Pere. Hueyman exceptional. Hueyman ranked 8th at 195. And now the referee called over an athletic trainer to come take a look at Peter. He's saying he's fine, but the official called over an athletic trainer.
That's scary. I know that
Right.
it's important, athletic trainers, with all the concussion stuff, but you get somebody that's never seen the kid before, and that person can make a decision without even talking to the kid or the coach.
Right.
The kid, I guess they talked to. But. All right, Peter's picking it up here a little bit.
Picking up the motion anyway.
It's going to get a little physical here. The De Pere kid really likes that arm tie.
Rucker breaks that, and as soon as he gets an underhook, Grachyalny, he breaks apart. Collada and Hueyman still 0-0 in the first period on their feet. Shot in by Gracielny. Got it elevated. Rucker's got to fight this takedown off.
Whizzer down, Peter. Come on, buddy. No. Get weight on that foot. Whizzer down. That a boy.
Free.
Boy, he does things I don't think he should be able to do. One good sweep single here, Peter. So
time.
That was the end of the period. Now, Peter's advantage is not to tie up. He's got all kinds of quickness, and you don't need to be neutralized by getting tied up here.
1 minute overtime.
Come on, buddy. Lateral motion now. Move side to side.
Sweep shot a little too far out.
Yeah, he did. Wasn't set up very good.
Double overhooks.
I don't know if we want to be here.
Loaded here. We could have liftoff.
Yeah, we don't need this here.
Back trip. Foot was out of bounds. Pure power there. Ooh.
Oh, see? No.
Fight this, Peter. Fight it. Don't quit here. Don't quit here. I'm not sure why he unlocked his hand. Rucker goes down 3-1 in overtime to Pulaski's Lucas Gracielny. We're swinging you over to Lane Collada's match now against Charlie Hueyman of De Pere. And Hueyman leads 3-1 in the second period, a half a minute left. So Collada's in this match so far. Collada looking for a pinch headlock. End of the period is 3-1 after 2. Hueyman's choice. He goes down. They're going to put him on their feet. Give him the free ride point. 4-2 Hueyman. As soon as they get it right. Now they did. Roy Hueyman doing everything he can to stay away from that underhook and that pinch headlock. 1:15 left, still 4-1 Hueyman. .45 seconds.
Oh, just a good slide by there.
Yeah, a little slide by, scored takedown 6-1, Hueyman. And they're off the mat. Quick to his feet. Here's Carlotta. .15 seconds left. Warning, stalling, Carlotta. Carlotta back to his feet one more time. End of the match. Charlie Hueyman of De Pere wins 6-1 over Lane Carlotta of Wisconsin Rapids.
Carlotta battled him pretty hard.
Yeah, he did. On paper, an overmatch for the Red Raiders, but he still kept himself close in the match. Gave Hueyman a tough struggle there to get a 6-1 win. 220-pounder, you had Josh Hansen in the wrestleback side against Kai Bagley out of Wapaka, sophomore 8-19. That match yet to come. We'll be back with that match when we return to the Cutler Classic. .220-pound matchup, Josh Hansen, a young freshman Red Raider, against Kai Bagley out of Wapaka. Team scores, as we look at it right now, Coleman in first with 200, De Pere second, 154, Pulaski third, 141.5, the Red Raiders in fourth at 127.5, Waiawega Fremont in fifth at 102.5. There's your updated team scores. 8-19 is the sophomores' record from Wapaka. Hansen, very limited varsity experience.
Well, this is a winnable match.
You would hope so.
You just got to get the mojo going here a little bit. Similar size, it looks like. Stay in here, though, Josh.
Again, a 1-minute first period in the wrestleback side, and that period has come to an end, 0-0. They end up on their feet. Hansen's choice, he's going down.
Atta boy, don't lose the base here. Don't lose it. Battle up, that a boy. Good.
Yeah, nice little step up.
Yeah.
Got the escape.
Stayed off his belly, and that's number one thing. Now get some inside position here, buddy.
You see the Wapaka wrestler not much more than a double collar tie pulling around on the head.
Yeah, just getting heavy on the head is right. Heavy hands. And I don't think that's really good technique, but it's what he does. But you got to underhook that and get it up. Come on. Come on. Come on, stay in there. Don't be afraid. Don't back out. No.
And they're off the mat.
So that there was being the anvil, not the hammer. Wapaka kid is wanting to go upper body with him, and we're not willing to stay in there and battle with. Get those hips in there. Come on, Josh. He just about locks up, but not quite.
Yeah, and then he backs off. That was a little bit better. A little bit. 8 seconds left. Hanson leads 1-0. His opponent will have
stay
choice.
Inside. Stay inside.
His opponent's going to have choice, and they pick both on their feet.
Well, if we don't stay in there and battle, though, we're going to get hit for stalling. And it looks like this guy wants to go upper body.
Oh, sure.
And yeah, well, he just about touches his hands and then releases. Boy, this guy wants a headlock thrown on him big time. Come on, Josh. Just nail it right there.
Wasn't quite committed.
He wasn't listening to me at all.
Again, you look at body position and what that sends out. Hanson could be on a defensive, but look like he's doing something instead of look like he's bailing out.
That's his demeanor. That's just how he is. Hopefully we go through it.
55 seconds left. Hanson still with a 1-0 lead.
Come on down. We're going to get hit for stalling. We don't have the stalling ref. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. Turn inside, Josh. There you go.
Really being passive. Stay inside. Oh, boy. He's in such good position if he wants. 15 seconds.
We can feel it up here. Five seconds left. Get in here tight now. One tick on the clock.
We're going to make it.
Hanson 1-0. Hanson gets the win 1-0 on the escape. Good for him. Puts the win on the board. Scores some team points for the Red Raiders. And
yeah, that kind of says it all. He's once he learns how to win. I'm looking down here now, and Shane, who does most of the coaching with him, is telling him just what I was saying all the time. Get some inside position. That's you could say that about all sports, I guess.
Yeah, position has a lot to do with every single sport you are a part of. That's it for this round of wrestling here in the Cutler Classic. We'll bring you some placement matches when we return to New London. Preston Spray in a wrestleback match at 106 pounds against Ashton Kapla out of Pulaski. Kapla's 15-8 coming in. Division I dual meet. The Red Raiders had a lot of history with Pulaski in the past. Met them a lot of times in the state team tournament and in a few other tournaments as well.
Well, we got two guys going here.
And we have Luke Erickson at 113 against John Schmitz out of Wapaka, sophomore 7-6. Spray with a big high leg lift and a trip and a takedown. Erickson with 18 seconds left in his first period. And they're still on their feet. Spray looking to get a legs ride and a tip here for near fall. Now he's got near fall coming. Going to get a full complement of 3 here. And again, it's a 1-minute first period in the wrestleback side. Spray 5-0 after 1 period. Erickson 0-0 after one. Kepler's went down and Preston Spray cut him loose, gave him a free ride to his feet. 5-1. In on a single again is the Red Raider.
Lucas is looking for a reversal down there, and I didn't get it, but he's in good shape. He did get a reversal. So the hope is in this round, we've dropped out of that championship bracket. We're facing people now we can compete with here.
And like in Preston's case here with another takedown, a little bit of a subpar record compared to his, and you're looking for maybe extra team points again.
Lost a real tough match in the quarters, a real close match. Two good wrestlers. Come on, Luke.
Shot in again by Spray, gets another takedown. 9-2 the lead, 52 seconds left, second period. Erickson still up 2-1. 38 seconds left, second period. Spray looking to lock up a cradle, but lost the grip on that. Six seconds left. Looking for a tip again. Got a count of two. 11-2 after two periods for Spray. Erickson leads, I do believe, 4-1 after two periods. Spray was going to counter that shot, but just got his leg tied up a little bit.
He gets in that position too often.
Erickson with the legs right on top here, working on his opponent from Wapeka, John Schmitz. Trying to get a tip and a turn here. Spray with a front chin lock around the corner. He goes, gets another takedown. 13-2. They're going to cut him loose again. 13-3. Going to sit through this, head in the hole, go around the corner off the chin lock. 15-3 for Spray. 50 seconds left. Warning, stalling on Schmitz in a Luke Erickson match. He's ahead 4-1. Continuing to ride.
Luke is wrestling pretty well. You don't have to get thrown in here like that. He's got somebody he can wrestle with, but he's wrestling pretty darn well.
Penalty point given up in the Spray match by Ashton Kepler of Pulaski. Warning, stalling the second time he got called. 16-3. 12 seconds left in the match. And the end of the Spray match, it's a 16-3 decision for Preston Spray. We'll slide you over to the final few seconds of the Erickson match. as he's going to win that match 4-1. Lucas Erickson with a win following Spray's match. And Jordan Little got called to a mat. He'll be up directly here against Gavin Hutchinson out of New London, sophomore 9-6. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Red Raider Wrestling. And at 120 pounds, wrestleback side, Jordan Little had a first round match, lost on a pin to Kyle Conrad of Southern Door. Now he's going to take on, after he had 2 byes, and he's got Gavin Hutchinson of New London, 9-6 sophomore. So we'll see if Jordan Little can score some team points and get a win for the Red Raiders. Another guy thrown into the lineup here at 120 for today's tournament. Oh, nice sweep shot there. That was a nice shot he took.
It really was, yeah. So there again, we're wrestling with people that are our ability, or a little less maybe even. Experience always isn't good experience.
Got a ball and chain here, and they're off the mat, says the official. Cale Bennett's going to go on the mat at 126 against Griffin Slazewski out of Southern Door, sophomore at 18-13. And we slid you over to the Bennett's match. Little continuing to ride. End of the first period. Little's going to have a 2-0 lead after 1. Bennett and Slazewski out of Southern Door. See if Bennett can rebound from that last match with Kane Fisher out of Waiwega Fremont. But Slazewski in instantly on a single leg. Now to a double. Bennett's fighting the takedown attempt off here.
Well, he's a slow starter and he don't protect those legs very good. If he gets through this flurry, he'll be okay, I think.
Now, running right over Cale. Hip right in and run him over. "20 seconds left, no score, still in the scramble.
No, just stay with where you were. Okay. You had a nice quarter Nelson on there. Period might be going to run out here.
End of the period, just a tick too soon for Cale to get a takedown. Flipping of this comes up green. Thank you very much. As Slazewski deferred his choice, so that gives Cale the choice to take down.
Oh, he's looking for his little Granby here, but doesn't quite finish it. Oh, he does.
Nope. Two reversal. Bennett leads 2-0. Now Jordan Little got some near fall scored on him, so I'm not sure if he's ahead or behind here. 1:20 left, 2-0 Bennett. He's riding. Second period. Off the mat they work. 48 seconds left, second period. Bennett still on top with the 2-0 lead.
Coaches, in your packets, you have a slip from the most outstanding wrestler. It's a voting form. Please, can you fill that out and bring it to the announcer's table? Also, the wrestling credentials for the championship. First place needs to come up and get your credentials, or please turn them in.
Turn in. Oh.
Roll through on a tip now. Gonna get a full complement of 3 here. 15 seconds left, second period. That's a big 3-point turn. End of 2, 5-0 Bennett. And Slazewski's choice, he goes on their feet. Shot in, got to a knee. Trying to come out the backside. Locks down one leg, trying to pop his head out, work up the body. .125 left, there he's done it. 2 takedown Bennett. 7-0 the lead. Bennett lifts the leg, little dump. Takes him back to the mat. Got a minute left, third period. 7-0 the Red Raider. And in Jordan Little's match, he goes down to the feet. And again, we cannot see the score there.
I'd like to tell you the score. I watched the whole match. It was one big scramble, and I never did know who was ahead or behind.
And we got a little blood time on the Red Raider Bennett. Looks like he's got a cut on the wrist area. So we'll get that cleaned up. Ryan Searing getting called to a mat. And he will take on Mitchell Kitzman out of Pulaski, a junior at 13-3. And that is a wrestleback match as well. Bennett's getting cleaned up here.
I don't know if we think he broke his finger here about a month ago. And that's been giving him a lot of issues. I don't know if that's got something to do with what they're doing over there or not.
Looked like I could see a red spot on his wrist, so it looks like he's got like maybe a small cut there,
Okay.
or an abrasion there that they were dabbing the blood off, put a little salve on, and now they're going to get a little tape to cover it. So a quick wrap-up job here. And he's ready to go. 50 seconds left, 7-0 Bennett, third period. Wrestleback side against Griffin Slazewski out of Southern Door. Roll through attempt here, trying to catch some near fall. Nope, rolled through and rolled off. Slazewski comes to his feet. Bennett cuts him loose. 25 seconds left. 7-1. The lead.
Boy, that was an ugly shot.
Yeah, it was not very committed there.
Come on, Kale. That's the kind of stuff he has to get better at.
Now, can he work his way in here? Oh, he was going to get that takedown. 7-1, Bennett's with a win at 126. We'll stay right here and pick up the Ryan Searing match right down below us against Mitchell Kitzman of Pulaski. Kitzman's record is 17-3 and a junior. And here we go with that. Zach Hamlow is going to take on Pulaski's Joseph O'Leary, who's a sophomore at 9-7.
Matches we can win now.
Searing able to counter as they went out of bounds. And Kitzman in on a deep single. And Searing on the seat of his step in.
Come on, get those hips up. Come on, come on, come on.
End of the period, no score. Hung on long enough.
Got a break with the buzzer.
Searing's choice, he goes down to start the second period. Searing now to his feet, working on hand control, trying to hit a switch to the way down, got the escape instead. 1-0 the Red Raider. Kitzman in again deep on Searing.
And that's Searing's best position, but he's standing around on his heels. Come on, Ryan. Get back on offense. Come on, Ryan. Get on offense now. Get some position. Step across that line. Come on, go forward. Go forward now.
.110 left second period, Searing with a lead. Bad shot in. Didn't recover. Gets reshot in by Kitzman. Keep the whizzer.
Disappointing effort here.
Wow. Taken down by Kitzman, and the headgear comes off of Searing. 36 seconds left. 2-1 the lead for the Pulaski wrestler. Got time to get this tied or take the lead here on a reversal. Switch attempt.
Oh, no.
Caught to his back.
Finish,
but
Ryan.
Now he's got the one in the escape. But again, content to be neutral.
Getting out hustled the whole time here. It's, it's hard for me to watch a match where, not if you get beat, that's one thing. But to get beaten, not acceptable. Come on, Ryan, come on. Front headlock in here.
End of the period. 2-2 we're tied. Kitzman's choice. Kitzman set. Searing
Get a hard start now, Ryan. Come on, come on.
Not a hard enough start and can't hold him. Now Kitzman with the 3-2 lead, and Kitzman in again on a shot.
I don't know if we've taken a shot this match, have we?
I haven't. I don't remember one, so. Thank goodness for a stalemate.
Scott's getting after him a little bit now. Might be.
Rightly so.
Yeah, I think so too. Come on, make it a whole shot. Come on, come on. Whizzer down. Come on, now score out of here.
Look to score now. Don't look to be defensive and be content. Look to score. There, Kitzman going after it again. 57 seconds left. And the headgear comes off of Searing. He gets head pushed and knocked into the other mat.
It's hard to watch. We're better than that. Even that stance is one downhill.
Front headlock now by Kitzman. Inside ankle pick on a cross body side. And that's a takedown by Kitzman. Now he gets tipped and turned. 12 seconds left. And Kitzman will hang out here all he can because he's going to get a win.
And he deserves the win.
Yeah, he out-wrestled us there. That's true. Hard to say that, but it's true. 8-2. Ryan Searing goes down to defeat. Zach Hamill going to get ready to go here, right back to back, so we'll stay right here with this coverage. Hamill against Joseph O'Leary of Pulaski, a sophomore. 9-7 is O'Leary's record. Hamill got caught, hung up, and pinned by Carson Casper of Coleman. And now we're waiting for Joseph O'Leary to get to the mat as Hamill's here ready to go. Hamill's tournament, got to buy the first round. Wrestled Mason Clone out of New London, got a pin there. And now O'Leary finally shows up. Again, O'Leary, a sophomore from Pulaski. 9-7 is his record. Hamill's record much better than that. Match that we would look to hopefully get extra points out of.
Get a win anyway.
O'Leary likes to be a long way on the outside. Shot and a reshot. Hamill counters are out of bounds right in front of the scorer's table. .25 seconds left, first period. Again, a 1 minute period, the first period in the wrestleback. Hamill wades into a knee pick, little duck. Got a takedown, nice work. 10 seconds left, 2-0 the Red Raider. Flipping a disc comes up green. And O'Leary defers, and Hamill will go down. Hamill turning inside, trying to get a switch. Ends up catching that leg, pulls it out in front of him, gets the reversal. Now got a tip coming here. Turning that to a headlock.
He's in good shape here. This
got to keep that arm trapped. Now he repositions to hook that arm. Now we're getting into a headlock here.
Oh, he caught a elbow right in the mouth.
Right in the head. 4 near fall. Illegal on O'Leary.
Yeah, that was pretty deliberate elbow, I thought.
Was. Hamill caught one right in the mouth with an elbow on the way through. He's up 8-0 now. See if Hamill can exact a little.
Well, I think he's a little upset about that.
I think so too. This is pretty tight here. That's flat. And there's your elbow in the mouth. Look what I got you.
Yeah. Well, he had a pretty bad accident here a year ago off his four-wheeler. And he had some oral surgery.
Fall in 3 minutes for Zach Hamill at 1:38. Good work by the Red Raider there.
Yeah, it was a good one to turn around because that was not a very good match with Ryan Searing. So then we turned around and got a good match out of Zach Hamill.
Weiler Lubeck in the finals at 145. No entry at 152. Roger Fuller's going to get Brent Peterson out of New London. Isaac Diaz in the finals at 170. Peter Rucker's going to get a bye at 182. And Lane Collada's going to get A.J. Besaw out of Oshkosh North. Josh Hansen is going to get Austin Bertel out of Weyauwega Fremont. No entry at 285. We'll be back with more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling on River City's Community Media. Back now with Roger Fuller at 160 pounds against Brett Peterson of New London. Peterson's a senior, 16-12 is his record.
Well, hopefully Roger can get his feet moving. I thought his last match, he was pretty subpar.
Nice duck.
Nice duck.
Trying to short sit, come to his feet. Fuller riding in the saddle pretty well here. Still in control. Got rolled through, but they're off the mat. Loss of control. 1 point, Peterson.
Should have felt that one coming. Let's stay after, Roger. Come on.
Fuller inside single shot, got stretched out. Don't get run over. End of the period. Oh.
He was in pretty good shape there.
Yeah, he was.
Time ran out.
Peterson's choice. He's going to defer. Fuller's choice. He's going down. Should be 2-1 Fuller with a lead.
You're doing good on that score.
Well, wasn't much yet. Fuller
good recovery.
Yeah.
Same again. Come on, buddy.
Good job, Roger Fuller. Again, switch. There you go.
Nice.
1 point escape. Fuller.
And he was wrestling hard there. He didn't stop when he got back taken to the mat. So he should be up
3-1.
3-1.
Peterson crawling into a shot here, and Fuller's getting backed off the mat.
I think this was a default over here. Injury default, I think.
3-1 Fuller with a lead on their feet. Fuller got a takedown, then lost control of Peterson. Then Peterson was riding to start the second period. Fuller got the escape. Slide by, trying to come behind. Fuller with some hand control. Good counter by Fuller.
Pretty good counter.
Guy gets his elbow up. Fuller could use that duck again. Again, Peterson keeps driving in. Watch barrel roll here, Roger. Off the mat. Now if we get Roger backing Peterson up, that'd be better yet. End of the second period is coming. Short time. There it is. Fuller takes a 3-1 lead into the third period. Peterson's choice. He's going to go down. Fuller going to give him a free ride back to his feet. 3-2 now the score. Tried his shot, but got stopped. Didn't clear himself. Double overhooks by Peterson now. Lock up with him, Roger. Little arm over toss. Fuller gets a takedown. Should be 5-2 now, Fuller. They're going to put him on their feet again. 5-3 Fuller. Little shucking just missed the knee.
You know, and he's being on offense a little bit. It's good to see.
Yep. You notice the position of the wrestlers is staying in the center, so Fuller's kind of pushing back here a little bit. Now he's getting walked up.
Circle in.
Fuller with a shot in again off that duck to a single. Covers him. 2 takedowns. 7-3 Fuller.
And he stayed with the course there. He stayed pretty tough.
7-4 Fuller now. Going to give him the free ride back to his feet. Lateral drop attempt. Fuller flattens out, catches Peterson. Takedown and near fall coming.
He
couldn't quite
felt
catch
that
him.
coming pretty good.
To near fall as well. 11-5, I think, right now. Blood time on Fuller.
Well, we're trying to move up in the standings here a little, and a half a point here and there probably make a little difference.
And it's going to insulate you from the team below you and hopefully climb up to the team above you. A little bit better pace, though, this match for Fuller.
Yeah, it is. Yep, exactly.
A little bit quicker. He's showing some offense, not waiting so long in between a potential shot.
Yep.
And we got a little mat cleanup. Fuller's tournament had a first round bye, and then he won a 5-3 decision over Daniel Fernandez out of De Pere. He lost 8-2 to Princeton's Gunther Heddy. And now this is Brent Peterson of New London in a wrestleback side match.
They're going to release him and try and score a takedown with a minute. Well, we don't know how much time.
There's a short time here. A duck by Fuller again. Can he run him over? Got a takedown. Should be about 13-5 or 6 right now.
And the only reason
13-5.
we know when it's getting near the end of the period is the tall tapper comes out, usually about 5 seconds before the end of the period.
I think the final score is 13-5, if I remember right. Now, what was that, Joyce? 13-5, so we got an extra half point for a major decision. Good work by Roger Fuller at 160.
Every little bit counts.
You bet. Isaac Diaz, the next Red Raider, at 170 to come out. He'll be in the finals. Another wrestleback, Peter Rucker, gets a bye at 182. Another wrestleback at 195, Lane Collada will take on AJ Besaw of Oshkosh North. We'll bring you those matches when we return to the Cutler Classic. And again, back at the Cutler Classic, we're not sure, with a little technical difficulty, if we got the wrap-up at the end here. The Red Raiders finishing in 4th place in this tournament. A tough tournament for the Red Raiders, and we talked a little bit about inconsistent wrestling throughout the day, Coach. That's what we've seen. We've seen some really good matches, and we've seen some not really good matches by the same guys throughout the day.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We had some nice matches, and then some that weren't so good. And then being down a couple guys didn't help. A lot of pretty good teams. What did you say? How many ranked guys were in here?
42 ranked kids in this tournament.
Yeah, and even when you look at probably arguably our best wrestler, Weiler Lubeck, got handled in the finals.
So that just puts a statement on, the Red Raiders. They're a developing team. We got some pretty good guys, some pretty tough guys, and they're still developing that overall team toughness, team chemistry, the mentality you need to be a successful wrestler.
Yeah, a good program. I think that's so in any sports. You got to develop some consistency, and with that comes some confidence and maybe hard work. I don't know. I guess what we have to look forward to now is next week we wrestle DC Everest at home, and they're a pretty darn good team in the Valley. They only have that one loss to Marshfield. Right. They match up really well with us, and we can't afford to go soft now because to win the Valley, you got to go undefeated in duels. And then you got to finish in the top 2 in the conference tournament.
Correct. Now the Valley is based off of 2 phases here. The dual meet record, you get 2 points for every dual meet victory, and then you get points according to your place as a team in that conference tournament. So, Coach, thanks for stopping by and giving us your input on the day. For Joyce Bennett, who keeps us all straight on stats and scores. For the JV wrestlers who did some camera work for us, we thank them for their efforts. And I'm Scott Tesh. We'll bring you more Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling right here on River City's Community Media.